and welcome back to Whole Lotta with
Nathan. And
Justin.
yeah, that's me. And the other one's you.
How'd you know?
I don't know. It's almost like I've known you for at least 2 days.
That's true.
Yeah, at least 2 days. You seem like an alright guy. I guess I'll continue making the show with you.
Same. I guess I would probably go on a picnic with you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And if I went on a picnic, I might bring some snacks.
Specifically snack cakes.
Yeah, like the little snacks you might have had when you went on school lunch and just packed a little snack with it.
Yeah, you know, for
like
brands.
like little Debbie's and Hostess and stuff like that.
Precisely, yes. Today we have a couple of those that we'll be trying amongst us talking, as if you didn't already know that. So let's start with the first one. And none of these are open for me, so a lot of plastic crinkling in this one. The Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie. Mine's a double-decker. It doesn't change the flavor, but
not get the double-decker one. That's alright though. It's got the regular one.
Yeah, same thing. Just whatever. So right off the bat, it's a lot more squished in person than it is in the photo. Yep, smells cool and
falls apart very easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice and chewy too.
Mm-hmm. Very chewy. I don't usually care for oatmeal cookies, but this one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tastes more like a ginger snap. I gotta take one.
Could at least see that. Definitely seems like it has a strong ginger taste.
The cream is it's like light, not a lot of flavor.
But it was really good with the oatmeal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's it's okay.
Yeah. I never complained too much when I had these as a kid.
Mm-hmm. They were never my go-to.
Yeah.
When I had them. Yeah, I didn't really mind. So for now, this has to go at number 1.
Yes, I think I'll put it at number 1 too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's just for now. I'm sure that'll change in the future. But speaking of the future, nothing, actually. We're going to talk about the past because Nathan watched a movie a couple weeks ago and he wants to talk about it with us. I haven't watched the movie, so
yeah,
you're going to listen to his sweet voice.
I actually watched the movie more than a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. When did you see it?
I think I watched it like last year or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so definitely in the past.
And like it's definitely kind of just been on my mind because I guess I enjoyed the movie a lot more than I thought I did.
Mm-hmm.
For as much as I never hear anybody ever talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Willy's Wonderland with everybody's favorite actor, Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, clear inspirations are, like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. So, yeah, like Justin said, it's the, like, Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Nicolas Cage, he comes off as really cool in the movie, in my opinion. I see some reviews, they seem to call him autistic.
What? Why?
Yeah, well, because he doesn't talk in the movie at all.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I was told that he doesn't have any dialogue at all.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool and like kind of just worked with the character in the movie.
Okay.
And it's probably, honestly, it's probably better that he doesn't have any dialogue. Because a lot of the characters with dialogue, that's like some of the worst part of the movie.
So the writing in terms of the dialogue, you would say, is not so good.
No, it's not. It's not great. Some of it's just you have to kind of give the backstory, which they did a pretty good job with.
Okay.
The animatronics talking kind of adds to the movie. I didn't mind when they talked.
Oh, they talk?
Yeah.
Cool.
So they'll talk, they'll say some stuff. What they say feels pretty relevant for the movie.
Okay.
I'd say the biggest issues is like this group of teenagers, and they're in the movie for a good chunk of it, and they really just don't. There just doesn't feel a need for them. Everything they said was kind of unnecessary.
Okay.
I get it, having them in there does add to the movie, but at the same time, the absolute best part of the movie is just watching Nicolas Cage beat the shit out of these robots. This is awesome. It's very entertaining. So the film, he'll beat up the robots, and then he has this drink. It's called like Punch, and like the tagline for it is a fistful of caffeine for your kisser. I don't know if it's like an energy drink or like a soda. It looks like something that is just absolutely not good for you.
Sure.
But at the same time, it just looks so delicious. And like, I just want it. I want to drink it.
What was the drink used for in the film?
So he just has the drink with him because he has to like clean up the factory or the whatever the Chuck E. Cheese thing is overnight.
Okay.
And he just put them in the fridge, and whenever he takes a break, like every, I don't know, 10 minutes or like an hour or something, I can't really remember how much he set his watch for. But every time he took a break, he'll grab one. He'll play pinball, and he'll just do that for like 10 minutes. And then he'll go back to cleaning / fighting robots.
What? You see him like repeatedly take breaks?
Yeah.
I kind of like that. What?
Yeah, it's awesome. They did a really good job with that in the movie.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I tried to watch it before we did this episode, but I just didn't have the opportunity. This is something that I've known about for a little bit, but yeah, I've wanted to definitely watch this. This definitely makes me want to watch it more. What about just like the overall story? I know you said the writing in terms of dialogue for humans wasn't that great, but what about the writing in terms of plot?
I mean, it's basic Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, I guess. I'm not too into the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, me neither.
But if you watch the movie, I imagine you'll be like, oh, it's basically the same thing.
Sure.
So it's not bad. It's enough to get the movie going, and that's kind of all that matters, because it is just an entertaining movie, in my opinion.
Sure. Yeah, it doesn't sound like... It just sounds like a... I don't want to say a feel-good movie, but that type of movie, you can just turn your
it's
brain
like a campy movie.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a thinker type of movie.
It's not trying to be Citizen Kane, and it knows that. It just wants to be something that you can sit down and enjoy. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we need more of that, especially now.
I think this movie is great for that. If you just want to watch a sort of horror comedy with cool fighting scenes and stuff, like definitely the way to go.
So you say horror, was it at all scary?
I mean, maybe if I was a kid I would be scared watching it, but as a fully grown adult going into the movie knowing it's supposed to be like Five Nights at Freddy's, it only gets so scary from there.
Yeah, okay. Was it like bloody or anything, or like any like shock value stuff, or?
No, nothing too shock value, scary like that.
Does anyone die?
Well, you should probably just watch the movie and see what happens.
Okay, I'll watch it right now.
Yeah, I've been avoiding saying stuff like that, so
sure. Okay.
You can have as open-minded for the film as you can.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Just know that what you would expect the best scenes to be, the scenes of Nicolas Cage fighting the robots.
Yeah, that sounds sick.
Is the best part of the movie. They really did not fail there.
That
They did a
sounds
good job with that.
very sick.
Yeah.
He's very interesting how, like, he's like the M. Night Shyamalan of actors, because sometimes it'll be a really good performance, and other times it's like, what's happening? Why am I watching this? And to my
Yeah,
understanding,
I kinda get
if you already didn't know, I'm sure you did, he was in like massive debt, and that's why he took on all of these like primarily indie film roles, is to, you know, pay back all of his debt. He was like a couple $1 million in debt, I think. Tens to maybe even hundreds of millions, I don't know, it was a lot of money, but he did it. He successfully paid off all of his debt. So hey, he was on that Sigma grind set, and he did it. He climbed out of the hole, so props to him.
I'm gonna say I was wondering why he did this movie, and I guess that's an answer for it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. And as much as you can be for somebody being millions of dollars in debt, I'm a little glad for it, because now we do get this movie.
Yeah.
Even though it seems like no one watched it.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people did.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone talk about it.
No, yeah. I've only ever heard 2 other people talk about it, and it was on another podcast, so technically I've also never heard anyone talk about it. I think he said that even though that he was, you know, in like crippling debt and needed to work a lot to get out of it, he never picked films that, you know, he always made sure that what he picked was something authentic to him, something that, you know, he actually wanted to do, and not just for the paychecks.
Yeah.
So that's
This is good. Like, this is
very good.
This definitely seems like it's a little bit weird to see him in it, but it definitely seems like a type of movie he would do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's not too off from his catalog of films.
Sure. Okay, so what would you... Final rating out of 10, what would you give Willy's Wonderland?
I guess probably a 7. It does have some annoying parts to it. It does have some boring parts to it.
Okay.
But if you are going in knowing like you're not expecting like the best movie ever, and you just want to see Nicolas Cage like beating up robots, which I know I'm saying a lot, but
that's the
just
highlight.
Remembering the fight scenes, like they were pretty dope. I kind of want to watch the movie again. Like I feel like it's been long enough where I don't remember the fight scenes perfectly, so I can watch it again and be like, oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah. Okay. 7 out of 10. Well, before we move on, why don't you look up real quick where this is streaming, and you can tell people where they can watch it.
I believe it's streaming on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably on Prime. I don't think it's on Netflix. I've never seen it. At least.
Oh, here you go. Where to watch? I think it says Hulu.
Okay.
Google Movie.
Okay.
YouTube. I actually don't see it on Amazon. I feel like if you went to Amazon, you could rent the movie there.
Yeah, probably. It's probably you got to pay money for it. Okay.
Yeah, same thing with like YouTube and all that stuff. You gotta pay money for it.
I am definitely. Oh yeah. I think it's the same way as Amazon. You can buy and or rent it, or sometimes they're just free. I know YouTube has a big free movie catalog. Yeah, great. I have to give it a shot. I have to give it a try. I really want to watch it.
Yeah, I also have to watch his other movie.
Oh yeah, God, I screw up the title every time. I believe it's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I'm pretty sure that's the title. Yeah, that was...
I still have to watch that.
That was very, very, very good. Especially if you're a fan of Nick Cage movies. It's... I just see it. Just go see it. To you, Nathan, and to anyone else, don't really read into it. Just go watch it. It's pretty good. I thought it was very, very entertaining. Well, another thing that I want to try is the next snack cake. And what is that cake, Nathan?
These little zebra cakes. Another one probably got a lot in lunch.
Is yours like... I don't know if mine's like... Because like it was out in the heat. It wasn't even in the heat, but like it's super squishy. Is that normal?
Mine's not super squishy.
Yeah, mine's really squishy.
A little bit squished.
Let me try it. I don't think I've literally never had a zebra cake in my life. How do I eat this?
I would say these are one of the ones I didn't get that often. So I would definitely look forward to it a little bit more. Very cakey, very frostingy.
Oh yeah, this is really good. Wow.
Kind of like the same type of cream filling. Actually, this cream filling is definitely a little more lighter compared to the oatmeal cookie.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it really has packs a strong flavor.
Yeah, it's that frosting.
Yeah.
It's the really sweet frost. There's like two types of frosting. I think it's like buttercream frosting, where it's like really sweet and thick. And then there's this like weird creamy frosting that has no flavor, which I hate. I think that's shit.
And it has like a layer cake type of thing.
Yeah, it tastes like a
I think
cupcake.
that just adds like a good like feel to it. Really gives it some sustenance, so when you bite into it, it feels like you're getting a lot out of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely
wow.
really good.
Yeah, I really like that. That's definitely it's going to be number one for me.
Yeah, I think I put that number one too.
All right, so zebra 1 and whatever the other one was.
Yeah, oatmeal
Yeah,
second.
yeah. Oatmeal second. Wow, why have I never had that before? It's really good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was good.
All right. Well, one thing that could be good or maybe not good is esports. And if it's like a good or bad influence on the gaming industry as a whole. I guess, where do we even start? Like,
Well,
before...
do you think it's had positive influences? Let's start there. On the positive influences it's brought.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say there's positive influences. It's the idea that, you know, any single one person that likes video games has a shot at going pro to play the game that they like, albeit it's a very small category of games. But, you know, if you play the game and you like it and you're good at it, you have a shot to pursue a career and earn a lot of money in championships for playing the game that you like at a professional level. And that's awesome. You know, that's really cool. I'm glad that, you know, my favorite hobby has evolved into a way for the people that like it to like it enough to earn millions of dollars of winning professional events. That's cool. I think that's really cool. And it's like, you know, maybe it's a motivator for people to get into games or something. And, you know, that's always a good thing when someone picks up gaming. It's, you know, it's fun. What else? I think it's also shown the world that, like, you know, gaming isn't just a rinky-dink little nerdy hobby. Like, it's really big. It makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's not something small that you do in your mom's basement anymore.
Yeah.
But that could also be a bad thing, which I guess we'll get to later.
Yeah, I definitely think it definitely has some positive light on gaming as a whole. Because definitely kind of forces some games that want to be esports like to try and find a balance, try and stay away from a like a pay to win. Because I feel like some of like battle royale games, that's a big esports title.
Yeah.
And one of the things that kind of stops them from going pay to win is maybe the esports scenes.
Yeah.
Something like Fortnite and Apex, they even Call of Duty, they can't really get to pay to win like. Maybe if you get into the real weeds of it, you could argue that some skins and stuff from the battle pass is OP or something, but for the most part they try to make it a balanced free to play game.
Yeah. Because if they didn't, they couldn't hold the championship tournaments, and they'd get a lot of
Yeah.
bad
No,
publicity.
no. Yeah, you just lose a lot of the overall player base you need
Yeah.
when you try to go
It's a shame that
and be an esports game.
Well, I don't want to say the only motivator, but one of the largest motivators for games not becoming pay to win is, multi-million-dollar tournaments. I wish there were other more morally.
Yeah, well, there's other ways they do it too, like loot boxes. Even though I think that's starting to get sketchy for some games.
Oh,
And
it's
then,
been sketchy. It has been.
Well, I mean, like actual against the law.
Oh,
How
yeah,
bad some
yeah.
of the loot boxes were.
Oh yeah.
Then also things like the battle pass also helps kind of balance out that pay to winness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say some of the bad things about esports is it does create like a new entry level into games. Like you can't just pick up the game and try and get into it, because now you have people, especially through like Twitch and YouTube, sharing all the secrets and stuff. So you really have people like tryharding and spreading it out on like at every level, because even when you're just trying to play a game like on League of Legends, you just get on a random game of League, they'll still have the dude in like Wood 5 who thinks he's a faker or something coming out and yelling at you like, oh my god, we're losing because of you, why are you so bad at the game? And it's like, bro, we're not even playing ranked. That went into the open lobby game mode to learn how to play this new character.
Yeah.
Why are you upset that I'm learning how to play this in a way that doesn't affect your ranked elo or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, it can create a toxic space. And it also, brings in a lot of, sweaty people to where it's like all public lobbies are just, holy hell, it's not
It's
fun.
just like you go in there and like you're like, oh, I know, like, hey, I'm playing Call of Duty. I know this isn't the most competitive gun, but I like it. I think it's cool. It has this skin I like. Oh, now I'm in this lobby and everybody's running like the hardest weapons possible. Well, let me take out my tryhard class, and now I'm like shredding, and I'm getting into this a lot more than I meant to when I started playing the game.
Yeah.
I know, it's like, well, if that's the case, just leave the lobby.
No.
It's kind of hard to do that when it's like, just
every lobby
everywhere
is
you
that.
go, there's gonna be at least that one dude cheesing it out in the shreddiest way possible.
Yeah. It definitely sucks. I think that's also like a skill-based matchmaking problem. I mean, people have been complaining about that for years now. I mean, clearly it doesn't work, because I feel like every game nowadays you just hop in and you get your butt absolutely pushed in. But, rewind like 10, 15 years ago and it felt more balanced. A couple games you were playing against literal newbies, and then a couple games you were playing against people that you knew what they were doing, and it would balance out. But that's a different conversation.
Yeah. I guess the other thing is people just be like, lol, get good. It's like, I mean, sometimes you just want to run around and shoot people without having to run the maximum best setup.
Yeah, you might be trying to become the next Fortnite champion, but I'm just getting off of a 9-hour shift and want to play around.
I have like 2 hours, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I guess
it
another
took me
thing,
half an hour to get into the game. Like,
exactly. Another thing I don't particularly care for when it comes to esports is the influence on the current like games being made.
That was another thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, everything is obviously trying to chase after that popularity. Everything's trying to be esports or streamer bait. So everything is a Counter-Strike clone. Everything is a Battle Royale clone. It's there's no diversity in popular games anymore. It's every single game is like the same at the very surface level, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you get into it, you'll find the small differences, but again, small differences.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah,
Valorant
I mean,
is literally the same
Overwatch
thing as Counter-Strike. It's
well, hey,
very similar to...
in in Valorant's case, I would say like it is similar to Counter-Strike, but not really, because I found that game a lot easier than Counter-Strike.
Probably because of
Felt like baby Counter-Strike to me.
Yeah, because you got the press Q to win abilities.
Well, there's that, but then also like I found that I was able to get the hand of the guns a lot easier. Because like in Counter-Strike, if I practice aiming for an hour before going into the matches, I'm still going into matches like, man, I don't know how to control this gun.
I'm pretty
in
sure.
Valorant,
yeah, you can control.
Yeah, in Valorant, it's the same thing. The guns have the patterns. You don't need to go download the Steam Workshop app to do it. They just have it in the game. So I'll go for like an hour, warm up my aiming, go into matches, and I'll be dropping like 30 bombs. And I'm just like, wow, I am just destroying lobbies. Like, this is awesome. It's just... And again, I'm sure if I tried to go into ranked games, though, it would change real quick.
Yeah, sure.
But, yeah.
Well, one more thing I guess I'll bring up before we move on. I don't want to drag this one on too long, but because there's a lot that could be said.
Yeah.
But another problem I have is that, like I said earlier, it is very nice that there's certain games out there that, you know, you could win millions of dollars in at a professional level. All of the really popular esports games, again, just like how it's influencing the games that are coming out, they're all the same game. It's either a Counter-Strike-like shooter, a MOBA, or a Battle Royale. There is no variety whatsoever. I don't know about you, but if I was watching a multi-million-dollar, I don't know, Mario Party tournament, that sounds like a lot of fun. I don't like watching other people play video games. I'm not really into Twitch streaming. It's just not my personal thing. I'm not saying it's not a thing for other people. I get it. For me, it's not a thing. I don't watch esports. I play video games a lot every day, but I don't care to watch esports. Most likely because I don't really care about any of the games they're playing. I don't care about professional level Counter-Strike. It looks boring. I could fall asleep to it. But if someone's playing Burnout 3 split screen at a multi-million-dollar level tournament, I'm invested. That's awesome. That's really cool. I feel like there's a huge potential to throw in like more niche or wackier multiplayer experiences for a lot of money. I feel like people would genuinely watch and want to participate in it more. I don't quite know why. Even just racing games in general, the only one that ever really gets any sort of coverage is like Gran Turismo, and that's fine. You know, it's a good sim or simcade game, whatever you want to call it. But there's so many other weird, wacky games out there. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of missed potential for fun.
I think there are some games that just don't need to go pro.
Sure.
Like, it's one thing to do a Mario Party tournament. I don't need to see a professional E-League of it. I would like to see if it's something I do see, and I do feel like Twitch does fail at this at some time, but like a professional, not necessarily like a streamer tournament of like Mario Party.
Yeah.
But where I see Twitch fail at this a lot, which is something I guess you would kind of expect, but like when they do like a Valorant tournament and they invite the big streamers that like playing that type of game, they end up inviting a dude like Shroud, who was literally one of the best players at Counter-Strike in the entire world. Like, yeah, he's not playing professionally anymore, but he still is a hell of a good first-person shooter gamer. So when he gets in these tournaments with other non-pro professional gamers and just starts taking over lobbies and stuff, it's kind of just like,
It's like, why
this
do I even
is
care?
fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, who would have guessed that at Valorant, all the old CSGO pros who became streamers are just
Really good.
destroying, and
Yeah, and I
like
agree.
my favorite streamers that are here, they don't quite get the spotlight.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. The point you made earlier. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see like a league dedicated to some of these games, but if someone had a league or competition where the whole point was that they would cycle through weirder, more smaller games for still like, big cash prizes, I think
Yeah, like you could do a decent size cash prize.
Yeah, I really think there's something there. Just like a big pool of weird multiplayer games that aren't traditionally for like esports, but in esports I think would be very good. And it would also address the problem of bringing in new faces. You wouldn't see the same really good fucking streamers every 5 seconds. You'd get a lot of new faces in there, at least I would hope.
Well, something something you can't bring into the table though is another snack.
Yes, there's so much sugar I'm going to need to brush my teeth.
Yes. This is some cookies and cream brownies.
This is the one
I've never had this.
Yeah, I've never had this. Yeah, never had this.
I've never seen this.
Never seen it.
I've been to the store.
Yeah, these are
Look
all
kind of good though.
These are all by Little Debbie, right? Yeah, everything we have is by Little Debbie. This looks good. This is the one.
Unintentional, just happened that way.
Yeah. It wasn't planned.
This looks pretty good.
I'm excited for this one, so I hope it lives up to the expectation. I gotta get it out of the packaging. Nathan's making noises. Let's see.
It's chewy. The brownie's pretty good. It tastes like the cosmic brownie with a different topping on it.
Whoa, this tastes terrible for me.
Yeah, the frosting is really not good.
Oh my god, I don't know. Something tastes like it has like iron in it. I don't know if it's the frosting or the brownie.
It's definitely the frosting. The brownie tastes fine. This frosting is just not very good.
Oh yeah, it's the frosting. Yeah. Oh.
That just
Just
almost tastes like plastic.
Yeah, it tastes like blood. It tastes like iron. It's disgusting.
That is very. See, there's a part of me that thought it would taste good. There's also a part of me that was like, this seems like one of those snacks that just aren't good.
Yeah, that's probably why you haven't seen it. Oh my.
Yeah, I think this is probably new and it's of hell.
Yeah, this is going straight
that
to
was
the
bad.
trash.
That's the. Yeah, I'm probably never going to buy that again.
Nope, I'm.
It doesn't even have like a real taste that like you might get addicted to. Every now and again you'll think about it and be like, all right, let me just get this. It's just isn't good.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that one's at number 100. That's at like beyond bottom.
Probably one of the worst things you've had on the show.
Yeah, no, this is easily one of the worst things, at least out of the food products that we've had.
Out of food products and beef. I guess we haven't gone too crazy yet, but yeah, it's.
I can still taste it. All right, let's move on so I can stop thinking about
pretty
this.
consensus, that's not good. Okay,
It's terrible.
Something that could be good or could be terrible is some of these upcoming games that we just saw at the I think E3 sponsored video game streams. Maybe I don't think they're actually sponsored by E3 because the PC gaming show made fun of E3 for not happening this year. So
yeah, E3 was canceled. This is the Summer Games Fest. I don't really know what the difference is. I think this was hosted by Jeff. I don't know his name. He's the guy that does the video game
Jeff
awards.
Goldblum.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. It was pretty much like E3, but it wasn't E3.
Yeah, it was all virtual shows on Twitch.
Yeah, just like the last
YouTube.
The last year of E3, last 2 years. Yeah, it was everywhere.
Yeah. It kind of snuck up on us. I didn't know it was happening.
Yeah, I didn't know it was
I think
happening.
It was last weekend, the weekend of the June 8th. No, sorry, 11th.
Yeah.
But they had some cool looking games on there.
Yeah, so there was.
Well, let's go off. We go back and forth, one on one. What game do you have to bring to us first?
Me? I guess
Yeah.
the first one would be. I didn't see the gameplay. I watched a little bit of the trailer though, unless that was gameplay, and I'm
It might
completely
be.
missing out.
I think that's how they did some of them.
But Callisto Protocol, it's the new sci-fi horror game by the ex-Visceral developers, the people that made the Dead Space games, which are they are fantastic. If you haven't played them, you're 100% missing out, especially the first two. Oh my gosh, they are incredible games.
It definitely looked pretty good. I didn't see too much of it. I missed that show.
Yeah, there was a couple shows that we missed, but yeah, pretty much it just looks like more Dead Space, and that's fine. Plus, this wasn't shown at the Summer Games Fest. At least I don't think it was. But there's also the Dead Space 1 remake coming out, and I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Callisto Protocol looks cool. Give it a look. I think it's going to be on all platforms.
Something I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
Getting high on life.
Yeah.
High on life.
That's
the little Rick and Morty type of game.
Yeah.
The trailer for it looked good. I get it. Making Rick and Morty's like a big meme show now. Big meme show. Some people probably just don't care for it at all anymore.
I don't.
But I still think it's funny. I saw the trailer. Had Morty talking as a gun. And the trailer just looked better than I thought it would.
What's the...
At first I was like, this is going to be stupid. But then the trailer kept going. And I was kind of just saying, this looks kind of fun.
Sure. What even is the game going to be like?
So it's a shooting game. A single-player shooter. The guns you pick up are an alien species.
Okay.
So you pick them up, all the guns talk to you. At least that's what the trailer makes it seem like. All the guns you will use will have their own personalities and talk to you.
Okay.
And you go around rescuing them, killing the bounty hunters that are trying to collect them.
Okay. Interesting.
Just looks like fun. Looks like kind of like a bounty hunter type game.
Sure.
That we just didn't get out of Prey 2 like we were supposed to.
Oh my god. Wow, you really dug that memory up. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to be exactly like that. It's going to be very different. But it looks like this will hit closer to that than the Prey game we did get.
Yeah, I really did not fuck with the new Prey game. I know I don't want to say a lot of people. It's cult, I would say. But yeah, I didn't like it. It was... Yeah, I really wanted the Prey 2 that we were teased.
It's just not what we were supposed to get. Anyways, what's your next game before we get too sidetracked?
Sure. This one's actually not on the list. I just remembered it, so I'll bring it up. Scorn, that weird first-person. It looks more like a...
yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I'm not looking forward to that game.
Sure.
I don't care much for those type of games.
Sure. Because you're a little baby.
No, it actually just looks disgusting.
Yeah, it's like a walking simulator or first-person shooter.
A scene where he just picks up a fetus out of an alien or something.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Off the umbilical cord,
Yeah, it's super dope. Yeah, it's like really... I don't know, what's the director's name? I think it's David Cronenberg. He makes weird body horror films. It's all weird, fleshy, the gun. Everything's made of flesh, it looks like in the game. It looks really weird and alien, and it just looks cool. And I know it's been in development for a while.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, but again, this just isn't the type of game I usually play for whatever reason. I just never care much for games like that. I don't know why. It seems like I would. I just haven't really gotten into them for some reason.
When you say games like that, what do you mean? Like
It's
weird?
like the horror genre, like that, horror shooters, I guess.
Okay.
Just never. I guess I've seen. Even though I don't really play them, I see them come up a lot, and I kind of just never got into them. I don't know why.
Sure. Fair enough. Yeah, looks
They-
weird.
I figured I would, but I don't know.
Hey, well, maybe give it a shot.
You know what game I am gonna give a shot though?
Mm.
Kojima game. Nah, that's you didn't see it. Xbox talked about their partnership with Kojima,
Yeah, I'm interested to see where
Kojima,
that goes. I really
creator
liked
of the
Death
Strand
Stranding.
type game.
I really liked Death Stranding, which is
I
I need
didn't
to
play that
finish
yet.
it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
good.
on PC now. I'll pick it up.
Mhm.
But they talked about the partnership and didn't talk about the game they're working on. So
Classic Kojimbo move.
get him off my list. I'm gonna go with Norland.
Is that
Norland is
the mountain?
it's no, Norland is like I think like
yeah.
a Viking Rimworld game. I really like Rimworld, and this looks like Rimworld. That is very similar to Rimworld, but with it's just enough differences and uniqueness for itself, where I could see me really putting in the arrows into this game as well.
Mhm. Sure.
'Cause
Yeah.
this one looks like it's about building bigger colonies, like Rimworld. You can kind of get a little more attached to like you can build master colonies, but for the most part, you kind of just have like a generally pretty small colonies where you get to know everybody. This game looks like you're going to be building giant armies to be fighting and defending your like kingdom.
Sure. That sounds cool.
This seems like one of the big differences that stuck out to me in the trailer, but it's definitely a game I'm looking forward to.
Sure. I am probably going to pass on that one myself. Real-time strategy and management games like that. I don't know.
I think you would enjoy it. It's fun.
Fair enough.
Because you liked Factorio. So.
Yeah, I do like Factorio from time to time. I don't play it a lot, but when I do, it's not bad. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I even have the time. I guess next one for me is Witchfire. It's the like gothic Bloodborne type aesthetic first-person shooter made by, I think it's the Painkiller and the Dear Esther devs. It was like announced in 2017 and then it went dark for a while, and it came out with like another trailer like a year or two later, and then it went dark, and now we're here. And it started out looking like a lot like a more slower paced shooter, but now it literally looks like Doom Eternal, which I'm not necessarily complaining about. That was a fantastic game. I love the aesthetics. Everything just looks cool. And at the end of the trailer, the guy does, like, your player character does the sign of the cross, and I don't know why, but like the sign of the cross in first person is just super sick. It sold me for whatever reason. I thought that was dope. He like looks at some like demonic structure and then does the sign of the cross, and I'm like, that's dope. I don't know, I'm sold. Yeah, I'm excited whenever it comes out. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know when it comes out, but yeah. What about you? Next one.
So for this week, so we're our final two segments are going to be for this, just so we can get through the long list of games that we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Right now, what I'm looking forward to is this next snack.
The final snack.
A Star Crunch. It's like a chocolate covered Rice Krispie with caramel in it.
Yeah, cookie with caramel and crisp rice. This sounds promising. Let's see.
And chewy, but very good. Very addicting.
Let me take one more bite before I say anything. It's not bad. I think I know why you would call it addicting. Let me swallow. Hold on. So, It's one of those things where the flavor is not strong. It's not necessarily weak, but it's just strong enough to where you're like, you know, I didn't quite get the taste. Let me take another bite. And you take another bite. You're like, I didn't quite get the taste. Let me take another bite. And you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it. And then you eat the whole thing. And you're like, wow, I guess it was pretty good. Yeah, not bad. It definitely feels light. I'm sure if I ate like 5 of these, I'd say otherwise. The Cocoa Crispy things on top are cool. I've never seen that on a pastry before. So, yeah, I didn't really taste too much caramel, or at least it wasn't like super strong. But
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I always taste the caramel a lot more for some reason.
fair.
It's stuff really good. I think I'm gonna put it at my number 1, just because the zebra cake was a little too sweet.
Sure. Okay. So, what is your final listing?
So mine would be Star Crunch, zebra cake, oatmeal cookie, and that chocolate cookies and cream brownie thing.
Okay. Yes.
And what would your final listing be?
It would be number 1, Nathan. Number 2, Nathan. Number 3, Nathan.
Yes.
And number 4, cookies and cream, because you're never in last place.
Yes. I was about to say something.
No, my door just mysteriously opened on its own. I'll take care of that in a second. But before I do, number 1 is zebra cake. Number 2 will be, I guess Star Crunch. Yeah, I'll do Star Crunch number 2. Close behind it is the oatmeal thing, and then in the trash is the cookies and cream thing.
Yeah, good order.
Yeah. So you talk about your next game. I just need to close
so,
my door real quick.
Yeah. So going from Stir Crunch into what's the name of it?
Are you gonna say Starfield?
Yeah, that was the one. Stir Field.
Oh, what a game!
Yeah, it's Todd Howard. He
Yes, it is.
came out, talked to us.
Yeah, he really did.
The trailer really, I usually feel they do a pretty good job on the trailers. This time, I would say otherwise. You can watch it and you can really tell that probably all of the Fallout issues were again never addressed, and they're going to try and add a lot of new things to it before addressing some of its old problems,
Just
with
like every
the
other
Fallout series. But regardless, I am likely to play the game. I don't know if I'll spend full price on it right away, but I just know I'm likely going to be playing this game for a pretty good chunk of time. I always seem to play these games for a decent chunk of time.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would
think
say
I'll have fun with it.
I'll probably play it. Yeah, I definitely don't want to full price it. If it's on Game Pass, that's absolutely how I'm going to try it, because if I
that's
can...
the other thing. I think it at the Xbox Game Show they made it sound like it's going to be on Game Pass, which means I'm likely to be playing it as soon as it goes on Game Pass.
Yeah, Sam. I really don't want to directly give Bethesda any more of my money, because I'm sick and tired of them releasing broken games and relying on the community to mod them and fix it. It's annoying. It's like, why don't you do the work yourselves? You're the game devs. And maybe stop using the same 20-year-old stupid fucking engine, all right? Change it up.
Come on, we got that new Unity engine that everybody's already using. Just hop on board. Come on.
Stupid. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not falling for your lies, Mr. Todd. And I'm not going to give you my direct money.
I think I'll enjoy it, though.
I'm sure.
I'm going into it the opposite of Fallout 4, where I was very excited for Fallout 4, really enjoyed Fallout 3. Pretty disappointed.
Yeah, Fallout 4.
But this time my expectations are really low. So it shouldn't be hard for them to meet up to the expectations with me being able to build my own base and spaceship.
Yeah, building your own spaceship sounds pretty sweet, I will admit.
I will admit, the space flight looks the same as every other space flying
Yeah.
game. So
Yeah.
I hope they don't mess that up.
Yeah.
But your next game?
My next game is I don't have a lot of info on it because I haven't got a chance to take a gander. But it's a routine. It's a horror game, first-person horror game. It was announced on do you remember Steam Greenlight?
Kind of. Yeah.
Steam Greenlight was early access before early access, so there was like a whole tab on Steam where you could vote games to get greenlit. So like people could like post there was like a whole wall of games that people would post, and if it had enough votes to get greenlit, Steam would see it and then say, hey, this is gonna get greenlit, and that means it's gonna get put on our platform. So I guess it was like a way for small indie devs to get a chance to get their stuff on the platform, which I mean, nowadays Steam has no quality control. Anyone could put anything on there, so I don't really know what the point of.
Good and bad. You get some games where the developers actually trying to make a game, and you get some games where they've cashed out.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's how it was back in the day, but regardless, this game was announced on that. I'm pretty sure it just looked really cool. It had really good visuals, like an interesting 80s aesthetic. And Mick Gordon was doing the soundtrack, which is the dude who did the Doom soundtrack. And it just looked neat. I think it was announced in 2012 or something, and then it just vanished. No updates, nothing. And everyone thought it was dead for years and years and years. People were like, damn, you remember this? Yeah. And then they just came out of nowhere and re-announced it. 2013. Pretty much 10 years it's been gone, and it just comes out of the blue. It just looks cool. Just a first-person horror game. I have to look at it more, but apparently it's going to be on Game Pass, so
It's something to look forward to.
Yeah. What's next for you?
Yeah, a few more games I would really like to talk about. So I guess I'll go with this one for now. Diablo 4.
Oh, Diablo.
It looked pretty sweet.
It did.
Lie. I know with the mobile game that just came out.
Yeah, what a disaster.
Chance to be fucked up somehow.
I'm really scared
but
that it's going to carry over into Diablo 4 because I
really
really like what they showed.
Not. Yeah, I like the world boss you can do with a bunch of players. That looks sweet.
I like how it's fully open world. I like how it's kind of like Lost Ark, where you could just run into people and do random events and stuff. That everything out of the gameplay that they showed looked awesome. But
one thing about the Diablo, even the mobile game, is apparently, despite all its fault, the gameplay was very solid.
Yeah, that's the thing. So every time I've ever played a Diablo clone in the past, I'll play it for 5 minutes and then I'm like, I could be playing Diablo right now. There's nothing else like it in the dungeon crawling action RPG games.
Except
Diablo
for Path of Exile. We can't leave that game out, otherwise I'm sure someone will be mad at us.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I couldn't.
It's on an equal footing for that guy.
But yeah, for that guy, it's on. Equal footing.
There is something a little different about it. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It's just something different about a good Diablo game.
Yeah. So I really, I'm scared. I want it. I've been a long time fan of the series. I played the games when I was 9 years old. I was just babbling on the computer trying to figure out what to do. So I really, 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 really hope that 4 is good. I'm scared. I want it to be good. But again, I'm also cautious to give them my money because I don't want to keep supporting a company that does.
I think this is also on the Game Pass.
Oh, right! Let's go!
It was on that. I'm not sure if this is what that meant, but it was on that Xbox game show.
Yeah.
Where everything was coming out within the year.
Yeah.
And I think also likely going to be on the Game Pass.
Yeah. I know they'll still get money, but I hope it's less. So Diablo 4 does look cool. I'm just scared.
I'm a little nervous about that as well.
But yeah, if it's on Game Pass, I will happily jump on that day one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Starfield is on Game Pass, but this one I'm less sure of being on Game Pass.
Sure.
Do you have another game?
Yeah, I have a couple more. The next one you just told me apparently came out 2 days ago, and I'm really sad that I missed that. Neon White. I got to play the demo on Steam because I had like a Steam demo fest a couple months ago, and it's definitely one of the most unique first-person shooters I've played in a while. It's so much fun. So it's like a speed-running first-person shooter and a visual novel dating sim type game all mashed into one. So like the first
sweet.
Yeah, so the first person shooting section, the way it works is you have a deck of cards, and each card in the deck is a new weapon. So once you run out of ammo, that card goes away. And you can also immediately discard a card instead of using the card, and discarding gives you a special effect. So like the machine gun card, you could either use it as a machine gun, or you could just discard it immediately and you could shoot like a big grenade out of it or something. And basically you have to run as fast as you can, parkour through a bunch of linear levels and get to the end while killing everything as fast and efficiently as possible, and you have to figure out what's the best way to use your cards, when and where and what ability to use them with. And then when you're like outside of the first person shooting, there's like a hub world, and you could talk to characters and I guess potentially date them and shit in a visual novel type setting. And the premise of the game too is really cool. You're a bunch of people that were like scum in real life, then you die and you get sent to heaven, but not as someone who's in heaven. You're like a prisoner held captive for this contest that heaven holds every some 100 amount of years, and you have to prove yourself to become the best demon slayer, and if you become the best demon slayer, because you're killing demons in the levels, then heaven hires you to be like their personal security, and you don't have to go to hell, and then everyone else goes to hell. Interesting premise. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds really cool.
Yeah. Next one.
Okay, so yeah, a bunch of games I want to talk about. At least I'm going to talk about these next 2 games.
What time are we at right now? Because my clock's a little behind.
We're at 58.
Oh, okay, damn. Go.
Oh, wait. So I guess 55 minutes.
Oh, okay, all right, then we're fine. Go.
Yeah, I guess I'll bring up this one. The Plucky Scryer, made by Devolver. It's a game, like you start in a storybook 2D game. But then at first I was like, whatever. But then he jumps out of the book, and now he's fully 3D. And as you go around the level, and like you're a toy in like a child's room or something. And as you go around the levels and the world and stuff, you're playing a game that goes into a bunch of different game styles, like 2D and like platforming and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, this was kind of sweet, not gonna lie.
How did I miss
definitely want to give this one a chance.
Yeah, this looks sick.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna have to take a look at this one further after the show.
Yeah. And what's your next game?
So The Last of Us, there's a bunch of Last of Us stuff happening. There's a remake of the first game, which I don't really think it needs one, but whatever. There's a HBO television show, which I probably won't be watching. And then there's a Last of Us multiplayer game coming out for PS5 and hopefully PC. And if it's anything like the first game's multiplayer factions, please, I want it on PC because that's where it primarily
that looked really fun.
It was.
At first I missed out on that. I didn't have a PlayStation to do that, but it looked so much fun.
It was insane. It lives rent-free in my head. I wish that had an esports league because I would have loved to watch that. It was so intense. I remember the day too that like I beat The Last of Us Part 1. I'm like, I guess I'll just play the tacked on multiplayer. Nope. It's not tacked on at all. It is one of the best multiplayer shooter experiences in the
It's
past.
its own thing.
It really is.
And people just slept on it.
Yeah, they really did. And I'm going to come out and say, I don't think any of Naughty Dog's multiplayer experiences between Uncharted and Last of Us were tacked on. They were all really good. Naughty Dog makes some really good multiplayer games. So I'm excited
That's what
for...
I hear.
Yeah, they do. I'm excited for whatever they come up with. Hopefully it's like Factions. I'm not going to say any more because we're running out of time. So continue.
So I guess I'll at least talk about this last game. I don't know, there's 2 games. I'll talk about the one I have a little more fidelity on what it is right now.
Okay.
Sonic Frontiers.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, I know you're laughing. I'm kind of laughing too, but I just hope they get it right. I want.
Yeah, me too.
I can't say I was ever a huge Sonic fan, but right now it's just at the point where I kind of just keep rooting for it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, guys. You can do it.
Come on.
Please.
Just one good game, right?
I know. I really want it to work.
Only thing right now is from what they showed, they really aren't getting there.
No.
Like, the first thing I would point out is just stylization. Sonic has its own style, and they just took Sonic. They made Sonic look good, like he looks like Sonic, but then they just plopped him into a randomly generated world. Is what it looks like the basic
Unreal
fantasy world you would see on every game on Steam, basically. And it's just like, man, no. I saw just one concept art, and like, yeah, it's just a picture, but they did it more in the Sonic style. It's just like, man, if you just did that, like, the game already looks so much better.
Yeah.
If you just make Sonic look like Sonic instead of Final Fantasy.
I know. There's this guy on YouTube who does all these like Unreal Engine remakes of old games, and there's this one video that blew up of he put Mario and Sonic, hilariously enough, in a giant open world Unreal Engine forest, and it's just gameplay of them running around, and the joke is that Sega literally hired that man because it's the same thing as this kid's YouTube video. It doesn't look good.
It seems very... I was skeptical about talking about this over some of the other games because it seems like there's a lot of work left to do in it. Even the demo just looked like
poopy.
The physics demo they have to check their game's physics as opposed to the product they are trying to release.
Yeah.
So, really does not look promising.
No.
Unfortunately, I just want it to succeed because I feel like
we all want it.
This is something you can make succeed.
I definitely agree. I've played an example of a Sonic game where it was open world fan game, and it works. It definitely works.
Yeah, it definitely works. It's just if they actually will have the time and money to get it there.
Yeah,
I guess.
Unfortunately, whatever. To any of you that care, the game I played was called Sonic Utopia. It's one level. It's Green Hill Zone. That's it. I don't know if the guy's ever going to come back and finish it, but it's incredible.
I mean, he probably is hired by Sega now already.
Yeah, maybe, but he's not doing a good job. It plays like it plays.
It's different when you work on it by yourself versus a big team, you know?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, I watched the gameplay reveal with my girlfriend, who's a massive Sonic fan, and I just saw her smile and optimism slowly get sucked out of her face as the trailer went on and on and on. Yeah, it looks like donkey butt. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Hopefully, this is very, beginning part of the game design. Probably not, but...
Yeah, probably not, but we'll see.
I mean, if they can go back and turn the Sonic movies into success, I think they can get the game right.
Yeah, come on. You can't keep...
Hey, internet, come on, let's do it again. We made fun of the movie company.
Yeah.
Let's start making fun of this game company to get it right.
Yeah, come on.
At the very least, make it look like Sonic.
Yeah.
I feel like the game itself, even if it doesn't play better, will just feel so much better.
So much better. It will. I have one more game, and I'll quickly
Is it
just.
Minecraft Legends.
Oh, I forgot about that. No, but that one does
Game-
look cool. I
Yeah.
just don't know.
I don't
much
know
about
what it is. Looks cool though.
Yeah. No, it's the new Call of Duty. I mean, I know it wasn't like announced at this, but they talked about it, I guess. I'm just, you know, I don't have to explain why we have to be cautiously optimistic, but there's two things that have me, maybe three actually, that have me really excited. The first one is this is for the first time in over a decade, I think, if not ever. It's going to be a 2-year cycle game, so we're going to get to have it for a while longer before it becomes obsolete. And I'm very excited because I've always wanted to play Call of Duty longer than 8 months before the next one comes out. I really want to have a good long time with it. The second thing is they're using a brand new engine, which will be used for the CODs from this point forward. Cool. And then the last thing is apparently it's going to have a map editor. Cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
maybe cool.
Yes.
I can't say I've ever thought to myself that Call of Duty was the game that needed a map editor. But okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it back and get it.
Well, hey, that's probably what the people who played Halo 1 and 2 thought. And then when Forge came around in Halo 3, they were like, oh.
Well, I guess if it's like that, but
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be something like Forge. I don't
And
know what else it would be.
imagine not. Just watch. It's just gonna be like Unity, and you just learning how to be an actual
Game
level
dev.
designer,
Yeah.
so they can hire you.
Yeah, pull the Bethesda trick of make a broken game and have the people fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, but honestly, even if it's poop, just the fact that I could play it for 2 years,
You know what?
it's good
I'm gonna be
enough.
honest. I'm not looking forward to the map editor.
Okay.
It's just because I know it's gonna turn into everybody's playing Nuketown and Dust 2. Those are gonna be the maps.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. We'll see. We'll see. You know, it comes out earlier this time. Comes out in October, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Um,
Then one last game. I don't plan to talk about it too long, but Redfall, the vampire game. It's on Game Pass.
mhm.
The characters
Little
have
too
maybe a little
quirky.
bit too much. A little too quirky. But it does seem like the type of game I could see me, with a couple buddies and just having a good time with.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll probably play that.
I agree.
Yeah, that's everything I feel like that really needs a mention for this.
There's a bunch of stuff we missed, I'm sure, just because
Yep.
the scheduling was weird. But yeah, please bring back E3, please.
Hopefully next year.
E3, if you're listening to this, because I know you're a person. Bring yourself back.
We'll host it.
Yeah,
We'll make our
let
own
us host it.
We'll
Yeah,
E4.
yeah. We'll make the sequel E4. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll just do it ourselves.
Or
No problem.
E3 squared.
E3 squared. Yeah, that works
Let's
too.
go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
9
down.
E's.
I'm totally
I
down.
hope I did that math right. Fuck.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. Yeah, let's make E3. But yeah, that's everything we've got.
Yeah. Hey. Thanks for coming, listening to us eating snacks and having pretty much an unintentional video game episode.
Yeah, it was
Really,
pretty much video.
is
games.
Wonderland kind of just based off a video game.
Yeah,
Video game movie
suppose
basically.
yeah, wow.
So
I didn't think about that. Yeah,
unintentional video game episode.
yeah. Let's see. Remember, we have a Twitter, which we'll have to make a post for this episode. At Whole Lotta PC on Twitter. Follow us, please. We'd love to interact with the 5 people that listen to this. What else? As always, my YouTube channel, Super Seal Man 777. Please go to it. Next episode, hopefully, if it works out, will be special. I won't say why. It's not like anyone will care, really, but for us, it'll be very special. So we'll see. Otherwise, yeah, wear protection, drink water, do heroin, all the normal stuff.
Yep.
All right.
Peace out.
See you later.